残月たちと助けに来たぜ。
Okay, time for a returning character, and one I've been excited about because he's one of my favorite main characters. That is Kurosaki Ichigo, specifically wielding his true Shikai Zanpakuto from the anime Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, made by ZH Studio. Love the coloring given to the box, and the artwork is actually from the game Bleach Brave Souls. Ichigo has some of my favorite designs in the series, and him wielding dual swords was one of the coolest choices given to the character, especially for the reason why he got the two swords. The two swords representing two parts of his soul, one being a fusion of his Hollow and Soul Reaper powers, and the other being his Quincy side. Here's the first, large blade, wrapped in its cloth. Love the details on this. Then the head sculpt, I like the face expression, and the hair was sculpted nicely. And now for the main body, as is based off after his Royal Guard training. Love the left shoulder design with a red scaled plate, and the white cloak with the black markings tied around his waist is pretty striking. The body also already has a second blade attached to the waist, and the pose is loosely based off his first encounter with the Bambi Squad. Now for the base itself, which is one of my favorite parts of this statue, as it's clearly based off of Ichigo's substitute Soul Reaper badge. Really loved how it turned out. Now to assemble the statue, which is pretty straightforward, only needs to be attached to the base through one of the feet. Requires a large blade, which we place on the back. And for the headpiece to be connected. The statue up to the head is roughly 12.5 inches, and up to the tip of the blade's handle is roughly 13.5 inches. Here's a quick display of the statue. I really liked how it turned out, and I think the studio nailed it. The statue also costed me 158 USD, with the shipping being $52. Ichigo's journey of understanding himself is one of my favorite parts of the story, especially whenever he speaks with his inner spirits. During the Thousand Year Blood War arc, learning about Ichigo's parents was quite fascinating, and to finally learn about his origin of his powers was quite intriguing, as his father was a Soul Reaper given a human body, while his mother was a Quincy infected with an inner hollow, thus leading Ichigo to inherit all of them and perfectly achieving balance within his soul, naturally preventing soul suicide. Ichigo discovering how white Ichigo, the inner hollow within him, turning out to be his actual Zanpakuto spirit was such a cool revelation, while the old man, who was previously thought to be his spirit, turned out to be a manifestation of his Quincy powers, given the appearance of a younger Yhwach. I think this confrontation and revelation, being chapters 541 and the beginning of 542, is one of my favorite moments in the series, as Ichigo not only accepted his revelation, but he also accepted the old man as his Zanpakuto spirit, along with white Ichigo, claiming both of them to be Zangetsu, saying he won't ask either of them for help anymore because he is them, thus leading to one of my favorite titles, The Blade is Me. I also want to say, it's interesting that Ichigo has two younger sisters, meaning they should have inherited the same potential as him, but it's never really addressed or even referenced, which is a little strange, at least in my opinion. Glad to finally have an Ichigo statue with this true Shikai design. However, if a studio makes one with him actually wielding both of his blades, especially if the larger blade is white, I'll consider getting that as well. That's pretty much it for the showcase. I'm glad to finally have another Ichigo in my Bleach collection, but there's still one form of Ichigo I need, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and see ya for the next one.
俺は俺自身で戦う。ありがとう残月。あんたは俺だ。